And this to me was very clear. Like insurance really matters. When you really need it and you don't have it, then the family actually suffers.
Welcome to the Great School,
where great speak.
Meet Sweet. Hi, I'm Felicia.
And I'm Aaron, and we are your hosts for this podcast. Join us as we explore inspiring story, expert insights, and practical tips to help you unleash your potential and achieve success.
On today's episode, once again, we have invited our super mom. She has two very lovely twins, and she's also an agency leader in Great Eastern. So without further ado, let's welcome Alice Miaju. Welcome back, Alice.
Thank you.
So thanks for coming back. It's our honor to have you back on set today. So in the previous episode, I think you shared with us a lot on your passion and fire in this industry. So we'd like to dive into something more interesting that you have mentioned. So first question, maybe I'd like to check with you. If you were to look back, would you still have made the same decision to join the industry again?
So the answer is yes. Let me share with you a very interesting story. When I first graduated from university, we were walking along, me and my friend, and we were actually recruited by another agency leader from another company. And this is many years ago. So I remember we went for the career talk and everything. The whole package was shared with us. And so I was very excited. I went home and I asked my mom, I said, Ma, what do you think if I become an insurance agent? And then my mom paused for a while. She wanted to be supportive. I think she was trying to think what to say. And she said, okay. Hello? But you will lose friends. So then I wasn't surprised by what she said, to be honest. And I knew that she would support me if I wanted to. But the real decision why I did not join in the end was because I knew that this was a career that if I join, I would join for my whole lifetime. Like it would be my last job.
Okay.
Yeah, so but because I was a graduate, so I told myself, okay, I will join, but
Maybe
probably not
today.
now.
Okay.
Yeah. So imagine years later.
Wow, so you did keep your promise.
Maybe Lehman Brothers helped me to make the decision.
Thank you, Lehman Brothers.
Yeah, so that's the interesting story, you know.
And you were saying fast forward, so thereafter you didn't join first, right? And then what made you join after that?
Yeah, so if I were to go back 15 years,
Yeah.
Would I still do the same thing?
Mm.
The answer is yes. Because maybe, you know, somewhere like Steve Jobs say, right, when you look back and you connect the dots, somewhere along the line, I already kind of know that this is a career that I really have a passion for, or maybe I'm meant to be in. But definitely, you know, the other thing that happened was shortly after I joined the career, actually, my cousin, who was about 35 years old at that time, she suffered from a stroke. And because I was still very new, like, you know, I was still kind of attending courses. I was still trying to close my first case, you know, second case. And when I heard that she had a stroke, so what happened was my auntie and uncle asked me, since I'm doing insurance, she said, hey, can you go and see what your cousin has? Because they don't know what insurance my cousin actually bought. So I looked through her insurances and she really didn't have much to claim. She only had a hospitalization plan, which she claimed when she was in the hospital.
Okay.
But after that, you know, there was no more money, basically, you know, to support the family. So actually, this impacted me a lot because at that time, I remember I was thinking to myself, if only I had joined this career earlier, you know, just 1 year earlier or like 6 months earlier, maybe I would have had the time to kind of learn the ropes, and then I would start to talk to my relatives, and maybe, you know, she would have bought something from me. And then if the stroke happens, at least there would be some funding for the family. Because after that, my uncle and auntie have to look after her 24 hours, and it's very costly actually to look after a stroke patient because she was totally bedridden. Yeah, until today, she's still bedridden. Yeah, so this was something that spurred me even more that, you know, this what we are doing in this career is not just meeting our MDRT or TOT or whatever. I mean, yes, we set targets and goals so that we can go after it. You know, it's one way of helping us to focus.
All right.
But at the end of the day, the why we do what we do has to be very clear. And this to me was very clear. Like, insurance really matters when you really need it and you don't have it, then the family actually suffers. So that's why every day, you know, when we talk about insurance, it's as simple as, you know, because we have love and responsibility. And that's why we want to have our insurance in place.
Yes.
Yeah.
So Alice, I believe this is why that keeps you motivated to continue to do well in the industry. And in the previous episode, you mentioned that how you and your husband run the agency, money is not the priority. All right. It's actually more meaning towards just looking for money. And can you share with us how helping people and seeing them achieve their financial goals brings you joy?
I think that is something like parenting, you know. Yeah. As a parent, the moment the baby is born, right, you already love the child. You don't really wait for the child to achieve goals before you love the child. So when a new agent joins us, we already love the agent as a person, you know, as a human being. In our agency, we believe that when it comes to growth, it is not just professional, but also personal. So we are very strong about family life, about knowing the family, involving them, having a community around us, and also the teamwork. So it's very family culture, I would say, because maybe it's like husband and wife in the same group, and that's who we are, and that's what we believe. So we believe that if we are able to sow and invest into the life of an individual, and the individual can grow and bloom, then he or she will be able to impact the people around him or her. Because you need to be blessed, to bless.
Correct.
Yeah. So before you can bless or help somebody else, we need to help ourselves first, right? We need to be able, like if I want to give to a charity, I need to have money.
Yes.
I need to be comfortable. Then I can give, I can start giving back. Yeah. So that is the philosophy where we believe the moment anybody joins us, we will see them as a family member. We will try our best to help. Because sometimes the challenge for the agent could be not himself, but his family. You know, maybe there are certain needs, like he needs to take care of his sick mother, or, you know, there are more siblings that needs him to take care of, so on and so forth. Because every family outfit is different. So then we will have to cater and strategize differently because their strengths and weaknesses are also different. So it's pretty much trying to design a whole business plan around one person, you know, but yet it fits into the whole ecosystem of agency and then the company and also the Singapore climate. Yeah. So it's like parenting, and it's never an easy job. You know, it's actually easier to just focus on sales, because if you don't make it, then you just leave, right?
Yeah. I understand. I think with your sharing, you make me want to join your team.
Oh, okay. You're
Can
welcome.
we have a discussion later.
Take it offline.
But what Alice says is true. So if you want to run fast, you run alone. But if you want to go a long distance, you join the right community.
Yeah.
That the right environment actually keeps you going.
Yeah, we believe a lot in that, like going as a team, because then we can go further, and then it's something that MDRT also actually talks about, you know, the spirit of MDRT. When I first joined, Another funny story is that I told myself I don't want to achieve MDRT.
Okay.
Yeah,
Interesting.
interesting.
Okay.
Yeah, because to me, MDRT means you're going after money.
Mm.
So I don't want to go after money. That's my very young agent mindset. Okay.
Okay.
So it took me many, many, many years actually before I achieved my first MDRT.
Mm.
And when I did, it was because like, okay lah, you want to recruit, then you know MDRT, then how will people want to join you? So okay lor, like as if like it's so easy, right? 要就有, I mean, so I did my MDRT, but it was when I achieved my
when was your
MDRT.
first MDRT that you gotten?
If I remember correctly, it was 2018 or 2019. I can't
Okay,
remember. Like maybe
okay.
10 years, right? In the
Yeah, 10
business.
years in the business.
Yeah.
Because you purposely don't want to.
Yeah.
Okay.
So then I realized that actually MDRT is not just about money.
Mm.
It's actually about the whole person concept where they actually teach you about how we should live our life. And there are actually different categories that we should also pay attention to, like our spiritual, of course, financial well-being,
Yes.
right? And even giving back and so on and so forth. So it is what they call the whole person concept. And I think that resonates quite well with us.
Okay.
And that's when we are starting to also apply the MDRT concept in how we interact with our agents. Yeah.
So just now you shared about a regret for your cousin's case, and of course with MDRT, could you share with us how this experience actually teach you, or how can you advise the new agents on?
Actually, I mean, I share all these stories about why I joined this business, about people around me who fell sick and they didn't have insurance. This kind of experience don't come to everybody. Yeah, that's first. And then second is that when a new agent joined this business, like I said, right, I was focused on trying to learn the ropes, trying to understand all the different products, really trying to be accurate, compliance, this and that. There's a lot of responsibility in what we advise. So there's a lot of distractions. Actually, I would call it distractions because these are the fundamentals that we need to be, or we need to possess to be good in what we do.
Yep.
But they are not the most important to be good in what we do. It's fundamental, but it is not the most important. What is the most important is understanding the purpose and the meaning behind what we do. And that doesn't come as easily and as quickly for every agent. So some agents, like, for me, it took me quite many years actually before I did my first death claim, before I did my first CI claim. But because I have a personal story, I could rely on it, as my source of ammunition, of like motivation or power or fire, however you want to put it. But imagine for a young person in the 20s or even 30s coming into the business and they don't have the opportunity they don't have anybody who has fallen sick around them. They don't know anybody who has done an insurance claim. They have not encountered sickness. They may not even know how a hospital looks like.
Yeah.
Right? And they are not able to relate as much the emotional aspect of it. And also the claims experience, to actually have their first death claim or first CI claim, it takes a while for most agents. And of course, we all hope that it doesn't happen as well. But that is the reality of how things are. If the new agent can, on the onset, experience, the impact that I'm not just selling you a piece of paper with words on it and you have to pay money for that promise that the insurance company actually provides. But it really makes a difference when you have it, when it matters the most.
Yeah, I definitely, I can relate because I myself am also, I think, I wouldn't really say a beneficiary of insurance, but I've been through a few surgeries. So when I first joined the industry, actually, I also do really agree that, having the experience to claim for myself or for my clients, it makes such a huge impact. It brings more meaning, and it validates the purpose of what we are doing. But for new reps, it's really, really very hard for us to for them to get the experience, because we always say, I hope you don't claim, right? We hope that they don't come. Yeah. So, but it is really very important. So, is there anything that you're currently doing, for your team, to let them kind of experience this, so that it can also help them to feel more meaningful while doing this business? Because this is right now you're just helping people to buy insurance, protect for the future, right? But is there anything that you currently are doing, to show them, or let them have a little bit of experience, like a claims angel like that? I'm not sure if it works over here, but last time I do hear of cases whereby if we have a claim, then we bring our team member down, to go through the whole process and let them have a feel of it. Yeah. Are you currently doing anything like that? Like share some tips to the new reps? Yeah.
We don't have that angel thing that you mentioned. But because I mentioned we are very strong in teamwork.
Yes.
So we actually meet as a team every week. And every week, the agents will all interact together regardless of experience. So when they come together, we usually talk a lot about claims, even the new business underwriting, like basically the ins and outs of what we do on a daily basis.
Is it sharing stories?
It's just sharing. It's just sharing. And then usually we will have a couple of claims stories that will come up. And then that's when the new agent will be able to learn first, like how do I actually process a claim, right? Second is also the impact of like, oh, you mean this actually makes a difference to somebody. Yeah. I actually have a young agent who was, fortunately and also unfortunately, he had, when he first joined, it was very unexpected. So like usually before you go on a trip, some of our clients will call us last minute and say, hey, can you please buy travel insurance?
Yes,
I'm at where I say, where are you? At the airport already.
So last minute.
Yeah, very last minute, right? And they don't even have time to go online and do themselves.
Okay.
So this agent had a friend who called him and said, hey, I'm going to travel to Australia. Can you buy insurance for me and my mom? And I mean the whole family, right? The sister also went. It's like a family trip. So he said, okay, I buy it, So he went on a trip. Unfortunately, they met with a car accident and the mother passed away. They actually went off-road and then knocked into a tree, and the impact was very strong, and the mom didn't survive. So it was very sad. It was very unfortunate. But at the same time, thankfully, they bought travel insurance.
Yes.
They also had an accident plan with this agent of mine. And so when they came back, most of the expenses were paid for because of the travel insurance. And there was also a couple of $100,000 that was given to the family. We went for the wake and the funeral and all that, It was very unexpected because the mom was very young. The mom, because they're all in their 20s, and the mom is only in her late 40s. She was actually a nurse in a hospital. So a story like that, is forever going to be the story for that agent of mine.
Yeah.
Yep.
And he's still around. Yeah, he may not be doing MDRT or TOT, but he is still passionate about this business. I think that is very meaningful, and it really helps to have a story that speaks to us and motivates us when we need that. And every time we sell something, we're not just a salesperson,
Correct.
Yeah, we're actually trying to make a difference in somebody else's life. Yeah.
Right. So you shared, you have claim experience. Your agent who just joined also have a claim experience, which, in your words, to be the story. Of course, a lot of young agents, I think they don't have to experience, because with the sharing sessions that agents can actually learn from seniors' experience.
That's right.
To be inspired, to understand the meaning behind. We are not just a salesperson. We actually are here to actually take care of the promise that if there's anything unfortunate circumstances happen, we will be there for you.
So I think to all the listeners who is tuning in right now,
Mm-hmm.
if you're really new to this industry and you have not experienced any claims before, feel free to join your leaders, to go down and experience how to process a claim, and at the same time, even borrow stories, learn from one another. I think that is more than enough as a start to actually kickstart your journey, to keep the passion going, to know that what you have been doing in this business, right, is really meaningful. You don't really have to claim personally to feel that it's meaningful, because you never know one day, of course, I hope it never happens to you, that, if the day were to come, then you will have proof that, all your hard work that you have been doing is meaningful.
So
Yeah.
I think the stories are important,
Mm.
and the stories are good, but I think even without the stories, I think it's okay.
Yeah.
I think as a new agent, maybe we also make it sound too difficult for them, right? But I would like to
How
make
is
it,
so?
yeah, I would like to make it also like, I would like to introduce another perspective, which is actually our job is very easy.
Correct.
Our job is
Okay.
really being a good listener,
Yeah.
Be a friend.
being a good friend, and just do what you would do to somebody that you love and you care for, and that's about it. Like, there isn't a lot of difficulty, I feel, in terms of, because sometimes I think new agents or agents who just join, they may feel that there's overwhelming amount of information, right?
Yeah.
I need to have product knowledge. I need to know the sales process. I need to make sure
concepts.
compliance. I need to meet target. I need to groom myself properly. There's actually quite a lot of things,
Yes.
but I think just take it one step at a time.
Yes. yes.
There
Time
is,
will tell, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
everything will come into place. We just need to have that faith, like I always tell when I share, I tell my agents or even my clients, I say that I sell by faith.
Yes.
Because do I really know that Great Eastern will pay out? Or do I really know that if something happens to you, whether your family will be taken care of? Actually, these are things not within our control. Because like one of my friend, who got into an accident, and the boss called me for help. We were panicking and then searching around to see what insurance she has. We found the insurance paper in her drawer, but when we called the company, they say her policy just lapsed. So yes, we can do a lot of things, and I feel that sometimes we tend to worry a lot more than we need to, because even before you worry about, is this enough, or can I claim, or under what situation can I claim, before we even worry about that, let's talk about what coverage you have. Did we do our job and duty to talk to the person and give the person an opportunity to hear us out, and then let the person make his or her decision? It's actually okay if the person doesn't buy, but at least we did our job. Yeah, we did our part of the duty, which is to make a difference, right?
Yes.
And making a difference doesn't mean selling you a policy. Making a difference is to do my best to have that opportunity to just share with you what I believe is a very good thing to have. And maybe it's not the right time now. Maybe it's next month. Maybe it's 6 months down the road. But I will still be around, right? So I also say this, to a lot of agents, like, it's not just how well you do, it's how long you stay.
Yes.
Because our
very
business
well said.
is really a lifelong business, and the longer you stay, the more rewards you can reap and the more people you can impact, and it will just be exponential. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you so much, Alice, for all your sharings. I think today we have learned a lot from you. There's so much stories that you can borrow. So feel free. I think Alice is, so kind to share all the different kinds of stories to all the listeners right now. So I think a few key takeaways that I mean, personally for me is, of course, first to have faith and to always just do what you have to do. And of course, I think be a good listener. Sometimes we too kanchiong or we talk too much, during a financial planning appointment, right? But sometimes the client just needs you to be there to listen to what they want to say, and they can feel you. Yeah, I think that's
Be
mainly
sincere, be sincere.
it's really that authentic self and believing that this is what I'm meant to be doing, right, for the rest of my life or as long as I can. Right? Yeah.
Yes.
So that's all the time that we have for today. Alice, do you have any one last advice? Just a short one to our listeners right now before we end the episode. Do you have any? Yeah.
I think just keep going.
Okay, keep going, guys.
Yeah, keep going and never stop, because there's nothing to lose. Yeah, and you just keep going, and if you make a mistake, just keep going.
Okay.
Yeah.
Never fear mistakes.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's all for today. Thank you for tuning in. And once again, my name is Felicia
And I am Aaron. Thank you for tuning in to
The Great School. See you on the next episode. Bye-bye.